I like to think I'm a fairly calm sort of person. You might say calm is what I do. My current job in autism services often demands it, especially in managing challenging behaviours. I teach yoga and meditation. I enjoy sports such as rock climbing, which require a certain level of calm. I've even studied psychology and understand a good deal about fear and stress. But put me in a hurling stadium on a big match day when my county team is playing and my brother's on the field, and every single bit of this knowledge and experience goes out the window. Something primal takes over all reasoning, and I'm reduced to a shaking, rocking shell of myself. I exaggerate not. This is championship hurling, the sisters' perspective. I hadn't been to a championship match since 2013 when Clare won the All-Ireland. The only possible reason I was at the Munster semi-final this year was that some kind of hurling amnesia must have set in. I'd obviously forgotten what it was like to be in the stand in Croke Park in 2013. For those All-Irelands, for that point, for those goals. What they did to my nervous system and to everyone's around me, the feeling of near heart failure at every twist and turn as my mother and I overdosed on rescue remedy. The constricted breathing, this coming from someone who builds a career around teaching people to breathe properly. There is no rhyme or reason to it. So it all came flooding back in Thurles Stadium this year on June 5th. I naively thought I'd go along. Sure, it'll be a lovely family day out. There will be flasks of sweet tea and sandwiches out of the boot of the car and headbands for sale. I'd missed all the signs. I'd picked up the air of tension in the house the night before when I arrived home, and I'd shrugged it off. I'd noticed that no one was eating much before the match, and I'd overlooked that as well, even going for a round of potatoes for everyone. In my superior, calm, pre-match state, I'd even given a speech at the breakfast table about how we can't get caught up in the emotion of these things. We have to be able to detach ourselves. It's only a game after all. At that my dad looked me in the eye and said, "You know, don't you? That's exactly what it isn't. Just a game." He then proceeded to tell me about when he and his brothers were playing for Clare, his mother would take to the church during the match with the rosary beads and wouldn't leave until the match was over. She wouldn't want to hear anything about the game, not even the result. Maybe she was onto something. So the question remains, to attend the Munster final against Cork or to stay at home? Sure, it's only a game, isn't it? How bad can it be? How could you miss an occasion like that? And so the amnesia starts to creep in once again.